Hello, Micronesia. This is the Micro Pro Talk Show,
I'm Nigel Janes.
and I'm Ozzy Ekalaupt.
Real conversations, real issues, right here from Pohnpei.
Let's get into it.
The show is sponsored by Paradise Radio, 89.5 FM. Great music all the time, 24/7. Make sure to check us out on Facebook and on your FM dial, 89.5 FM.
Here is what's coming out of our community this week.
This is Island Feed.
So yeah, I recently saw a post on was it Facebook and some videos on YouTube. So apparently in Flalapolii, one of the outer islands of Yap State, they experiencing some oil leakage from a not a wreckage. I believe it's one of the vessels that's parked there.
Yeah, I think it's a barge that's left over from one of the construction companies that was doing some work on the runway there in Yap.
Yes, the airport runway. So one of those barges actually has a hole in it. There was a hole in it. Eventually, it got mixed up with some salt water with the leftover oil. It could cause a potential issue in the future.
Yeah, a lot of the local people there on the island are pretty upset. Some of them are claiming that it's already leaking and causing damage, but according to EPA, I think that the problem has not yet become an environmental problem yet, but they know what to do.
Yes, similarly to what's been happening in Chuuk with the oil leakage from the old ship wreckages going on there. But yeah, we can studying that and what they've done. I believe some contractors and helpers from Japan are looking into it. But the EPA is also looking into this issue in the Yap State and hopefully learning from that so we can see how we can progress forward.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to surround it with some special equipment to keep it contained in case it does leak. They're going to try to seal it up and then go and secure it closer to shore where it won't get damaged by, the weather conditions, the tide, that kind of thing. So it looks like it'll be okay.
Yeah.
That could be an environmental disaster, just like the state of emergency in Chuuk that you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's going to be okay, and we'll just definitely keep our eyes on it and see what happens.
Yes. I'm sure our government officials are on it, but our islanders are there. They're more than willing to help out. We just want to avoid whatever future issues and environmental problems this may cause, because the marine ecosystem, it's a big part of our life.
Yeah, absolutely. So what about the scholarship programs that just opened up? Have you heard about those?
Oh yes, very interestingly, I believe it was there's two major scholarship opportunities that are available now to all FSM citizens that are looking to study abroad. I believe one was from India and the other from Indonesia.
That's right. Yeah, it's pretty good to have a lot of options for our youth here to finish school and have an opportunity to go somewhere abroad. Maybe aside from like America, where a lot of them do end up going. So what are some of the things that they're...
Yeah, I believe what I read was it's a fully funded scholarship. They cover room and board, so that includes housing and all your meals and everything. You get a stipend, a monthly stipend, and they pay for your airfare.
Nice.
On top of that, you get to travel to a new country. You get to meet a lot of new exciting people, gain a lot of new skills, and come back and give back to the islands.
I heard that the Indonesia side, it was opening up to around 47 universities in Indonesian region that you could potentially go to school for and get master's, PhD, that kind of thing. So pretty exciting.
But yeah, if please feel free to look into these scholarship opportunities. Go for it. You can find the link over here. You can fill out your applications. Check out their website over here in the link, and go ahead and submit your applications to the necessary emails.
Yeah, it's pretty competitive, but at the same time, if you've got good grades, probably a good chance to do it. So yeah, definitely take a look at it.
Yeah, check out the link and go ahead and go for it. Don't miss this.
Now it's time for
Real Talk.
So let's talk about something serious for a moment here, if you don't mind. Let's
not at all.
the cost of living. I think it's a big deal.
Yes, very big deal. I'm sure a lot of people have been noticing these increase in prices on not just groceries, but a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I mean, pretty surprised. Like it came up really fast. Like things were pretty steady for many years, and then of course there's always been inflation, but this last year has hit harder.
Yes, but like the price of goods are just going up, but people's salaries are just staying exactly the same. Like, why would you work? You have to work like 2 hours to afford 1 can of corned beef.
Yeah, the minimum wage, absolutely.
Yeah, at the minimum wage we have here in the FSM, it's crazy, but it's affecting a lot of people. It's affecting a lot of people, a lot of citizens, like here throughout the FSM, Micronesia.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. It's a big deal. And if it's not gonna, what I'm concerned about most is that, like, how do we know that we're not being mistreated by the stores and businesses? How do we know that the price of, let's say, rice, for example, if it went up and at some point it went back down, how do we know that it stayed high the whole time? How do we know they're not tricking us, to keep that price up? It will go up, but it will never go back down.
We don't know. But a good question that would be great if we could ask, like, if you're a businessman, are you a businessman because you want to assist the community, like contribute to the community, do something for the community, or
People, yeah.
yeah, for the people, or are you just the businessman to like feed your own ego or just for your own feed your pot for your own benefit? But
It's a big deal. I mean, being a business owner is a responsibility on its own.
yes,
Morally as well as
definitely.
yeah. So that's something I encourage you, ask around and say, hey, is it really costing us still the same amount as it did? Has it ever gone down? And, here's what we've got next.
Deep dive.
Let's get into it. This next section is a bit sensitive. That's why we're calling it the deep dive. Cost of living is a big deal. It affects everybody. Family pressure and responsibility is what we're going to talk about. It's a big deal, and it's a cultural thing here on the islands.
Cultural thing here in the islands, and it can differ from island to island, but it's there.
It's there. Everybody has certain responsibilities and pressures to do, assist your family financially or physically.
Yeah, assist, provide, protect. Like everybody has their part to play, and when you can't or refuse to do so, it puts pressure on a lot of other people who are with you.
Or yourself personally, yeah. I mean, like,
That too.
what do you do? Do you say no? I don't think you can say no.
Like, I don't think anyone wants to be in that position, but like, it's not like we asked to be there, but it's just it's what's expected of you, of us. When we're there, we have certain responsibilities for certain people to do certain tasks, but when we're faced with the decision to refuse or agree to certain things, whether we want to or not, that really puts us under pressure.
Yeah. What does that pressure, you think, do? I mean, I have my own family here. I've created a family here, and we have our own lifestyle. But of course, I expect my children to do certain things, take care of things, to help and learn about responsibility. But I mean, I'm not an islander, so what can that pressure do over time to certain people?
It can be overwhelming. It can be overwhelming to some people. At times, it can even make you feel depressed, sad. But at the same time, there's a certain feeling of accomplishment when you do those certain things that are really, whether they're expecting it from you or not. But when you actually do it, because whether you were asked to do it or not, but you get it done, and then you get that.
You feel good about it.
Yeah, you feel good about it. It was like, oh, okay, I did what I was supposed to do when I was supposed to do it, and that sense of accomplishment is what really helps you move forward. I think Micronesia is one of the top leading countries or islands that are with obesity
Diabetes,
and diabetes.
high blood pressure.
We didn't have that like a few years ago. Like years back, that was not the case.
Yeah.
All of us were physically fit.
Oh, you had to be. You had to.
Yeah, you had to.
That's how you made your food. That's
Yep.
how you make your house.
That's how you made your living. But it's a really big growing issue here on the islands, and it's happening in front of everybody, and we just let it happen. Diabetes is still increasing, food prices are still increasing, and everybody would rather eat canned meat, even though it's expensive, than go out and fish for free.
And complain about the fact that it's more expensive.
And they complain about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really it's a lot of pressure right there, a lot of
I agree. I mean, I think traditionally, like everything you need to live a long, healthy life is here, right in front of your face.
it's already here.
So
The land provides. The people need to work for it.
there's a lot going on right now, and it's kind of strange when you look at it all together. On one side, we've got a barge in Woliai, just sitting there, half sunk, leaking oil, which, I mean, you hear that and I think, that's not good. And it's not, because that kind of thing doesn't just happen. It's what happens when something gets left too long. No one watching it, no one taking care of it. Then on the other side, you've got the opportunities opening up, scholarships, India, Indonesia, real chances for young people here to step out, see something different, build something more. But when you step back, none of this really sits in separate boxes. It's all happening at the same time. Some things breaking down, some things opening up. Right in the middle of it all, people just trying to keep things together. The cost of living, family responsibility. And I've been here a long time, long enough to know that those aren't things people just talk about directly. They just carry it. I've sat with people who are providing for way more than just their own household. And you wouldn't know it unless you really stepped up and listened, or stopped and listened. No complaints, no big statements, just doing what needs to be done. So when something goes wrong, like Woliai, it hits a little deeper, because it feels avoidable. And when something goes right, a scholarship, a new clinic, it doesn't just feel like progress. It feels like relief. And even if it's just for a moment. And maybe that's what matters most right now. Not just what's happening around us, but how we respond to it. Because at the end of the day, this place doesn't move forward on its own. It moves forward because people carry it. All right, that's what we're seeing right now across our communities. Thanks for coming.
And if anything connects with you, or you're seeing things in your area, feel free to please send it to us.
That's right. You can reach out, micronesianproductions@gmail.com, or through our website. We also have a link.
From all of us here,
I'm Nigel James.
I'm Ozzy Ikalau.
This is the Micro Pro Talk Show.
We'll see you next time.